Welcome. Let's solve this question on binomial expansion. Part A, expand 2x subtract 3 divided by x squared raised to power 6 up to the constant term, 1 mark. Part B, hence use your expansion to estimate 19.97 raised to power 6. Let's go to the solution. And the first thing you're going to do is listing the coefficients of power 6 using the Pascal's triangle. And the coefficient are 1. We shall not list all of them. We have 1, just to recall, the 1, so listing the coefficient of power 6 using the Pascal's triangle, we get 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, and 1. The next thing we're going to do, we need to identify the constant term. And what do you mean by the constant term? The constant term means the term that will not contain x as the coefficient. So once we get the expansion, we need to identify in which term don't we have x. That will be the constant term. So we begin. So 2x raised to power 6. Of course, the coefficient is 1 here. So we have 2x, then raised to power 6. Then the second term will be, we multiply by the second term, which is negative 3 divided by x squared. This one will be, it starts from power 0. So the first term will always begin from this power, in this case 2x raised to power 6. Then the second term begins from 0, plus the second coefficient is 6. Don't forget this, 6 multiplied by 2x. 2x now is going to reduce to power 5. And then the second term, which is negative 3 divided by x squared. This one will be raised to power 1, like that. So you can see the first term from power 6, power 5. So it keeps reducing. Then the second term we start from 0, or 0, then power 1, and so on. So third one, by 15, we have 15 here as the coefficient. So multiply by 2x raised to power 4, raised to power 4, and then multiply by the second term, we have negative 3 divided by x squared. This one will be power 2. So you can study how the powers are behaving. So from the first term, power 6, power 5, power 4. So the first term will keep reducing in power. Then the second term starts from power 0, power 1, power 2, and so on. So I will stop at that point because this is where we shall find the constant term. How have I identified that? When you look at 2x raised to power 4, when you expand this, you are going to get x raised to power 4. And then here in the denominator, when you square x squared, when you square that, x squared, then you square, you get x raised to power 4. So automatically x raised to power 4 here is going to divide with x raised to power 4 here, and then we shall not have any x there. So the constant term will be found there. So let us simplify this. So 2x raised to power 6 means that 2 has to be raised to power 6, x has to be raised to power 6. So 2 raised to power 6 will give 64. To give 64, then x raised to power 6, like that. This one will be 1. Any number raised to power 0 will give 1. So negative 3 divided by x squared raised to power 0, that will give 1. Then plus the second one here, we shall have 6 multiplied by 2 raised to power 5. These are 2x raised to power 5. 2 raised to power 5 is 32. And then 32 multiplied by, we need a calculator here. So we have 2 raised to power 5 is 32. Then 32 multiplied by 6. Then we have to multiply this one by negative 3. we have to multiply that one by -3. So that will give -576. So we shall have -576, and then x raised to power 5. You need to be very keen here. X raised to power 5. And down here, this will be x squared divided by x squared. We are going to simplify that. And then we go to the next one. 15 multiplied by 2x raised to power 4. 2 raised to power 4 is 16. So 16 multiplied by 15. 16 multiplied by 15. Then here you need to be very keen. -3 divided by x squared is square that. So -3 squared will be 9, +9. So that one will give 2160. You give 2160. When you multiply 15 multiplied by 2 raised to power 4 will be 16 times 9, 2160. Then x raised to power 4. X raised to power 4 is there. And then the denominator here, because you have to square everything that is here, -3 squared is what we got 9, and we multiplied that one with 15 and 16 here. Then x squared, when you square that, x squared times x squared will give x raised to power 4, like that. So plus 1. Now you can see why I identified this one as a constant term, simply because when you look at this one will get divided, x raised to power 4 divided by x raised to power 4, and this is why we shall have the constant term. So now we can simplify this. We have 64 x raised to power 6, subtract 576. Use the laws of indices here. The base is the same, so we are dividing. So we simply subtract the powers. X raised to power 5 divided by x squared. This will give x raised to power 3. And then plus 2160. And go on. So this is the constant term. So that is the expansion up to the constant term. Now we go to part B. So for part B, use your expansion to estimate these. Now this is what you're going to do. We're going to split this one into 2, like the way we have it here. So we shall have 2x. This is the expansion that gave us this. 2x subtract, this is x squared raised to power 6. We quit with this one, 19.97. If we split that one into 2, we shall get this is 20 subtract 0.03 raised to power 6. You see the same? 20 subtract 0.03 is the same as 19.97. So that is how you compare the terms. So you take, since you're using this expansion and you got this expansion from this, you expanded these in order to get that. So that is why I'm equating these to whatever we have here. So after doing that, now the easiest thing you can do now here, you can either compare this one with this one. So 2x is equals to 20, or you can simply take -3 over x squared is equals to this. It will still give you the value of x. So 2x is equals to 20. Therefore, x will be 10. So once you get x is 10, the next thing you do, you simply take these expansion here. This is what you're using, 64. Where we have x, you can substitute that one with 10. You have obtained x is 10. So simply take 64, and then this will be 10 raised to power 6. Then subtract 576 x cubed, that is 10 cubed, like that. Then plus 2160, 2160, like that. So use a calculator for this one. Simply to use a calculator. And when you use the calculator, this one will give 63,000, is 63 million, sorry, 426 426 and 160 and 160.00. So that is what you get when you use that expansion to estimate the value of 19.97.